Man, you ever have a hard time when you just start hoarding stuff? Not hoard too much. Every time we eat at Waffle House, they give me these butters. They won't take them back because we done contaminated them by having them on our table. I wish they would, because man, I hate wasting them. So I got all these butters, but it's like that with several things. Several things you just get. So now I'm gonna have to throw them away or find somebody to give them to. I get so many of them because I got a whole bunch in the bottom of the refrigerator, and I got a bag I was putting them in. So I said, well, I'll eat them first. I'm not sure exactly what the expiration date, and it's manufactured in California. So I hate to run California's bills up by wasting the butter, and especially good butter from the Waffle House. So we got to figure out how to not hoard so much. You try to save money, I know it's tight for everybody, and I'm just stubborn. I don't want to spend money. But like my little shirt, I've been sewing my shirts up, keeping my shirts lasting, because I've had these shirts since 2021. So I like my shirts. Why buy a shirt if you ain't got to? But I'm saving up. I got car issues and all. Everything's running. But just trying to live the dream. And I don't care. I'm just having a good time. But we went to Waffle House today, and the baby, they're grown. One of my children went with us with her children. So it's kind of cool, and she's got all kind of stuff going on. So yeah, so we got to do that. And all this food from the Waffle House is pretty good, and I'm getting, I'm trying to keep my sugar down in case one day I ever have to start driving a truck, or it's probably just for health reasons, because I don't know if I really want to drive, because that's a lot of work. Driving is tough. You got to pay attention. They talk about driving 4 hours without a break, so you ain't gonna have nothing to keep you awake, and then you're gonna have to hopefully stop, be able to get a break, So I don't want to have a job. I just got off that job where I was working like assembly line, and a job where you can't get off the line and go to the bathroom without getting chastised. That's worse than daggone probably prison labor. And they're paying you, but not enough. And there you are, can't even go to the bathroom. Then you start getting dehydration problems and your muscles and everything else. So, I pity people that have to put up with those working conditions. But just living a dream, man. I heard a breeze come through earlier. I don't know if you can hear that. That's so peaceful, man. It's better than watching a bunch of fish in a jar or in a fish aquarium. Hear it? Listen. But yeah, it's hot. But it's a little louder now. Let's see. Here it sounds like rushing water. And I don't have a river near me. But just the peace. Peace being able to relax. I got to take care of my wife. They fussing at me saying, you ain't doing your job. But I'm doing a lot, I take her to Waffle House, get fed. It's just my idea of cleaning things. It's like her medicine. I had to write all her medicine down, when you take it, and have it AM, PM. A little chart to go by. And that really is beneficial when you go to the doctor and you got 33 medicines, trying to remember which one's which and which ones you don't need, which one she's been allergic to. That's the only way I can keep up with it, my ADHD. Well, for the house, she has a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean out a closet that's in my spare bedroom, and I'm going to put all her stuff in there. And the table, I'm going to put with her blankets. So I'm going to have them folded. And then we can have our living room, in the wheelchairs and everything. Just get everything out of the living room, and we have like our living room. All her little knickknacks will be there, but at least we'll be able to sit down. So that'll make it look better, because it's just all the clutter. It's rough. It's rough when you work a job, you move products from one area to another, or whatever you're doing. You do a task, you don't have to worry about all the clutter, because it's kept clean so you don't get hurt. But try and take care of your little wife, and then you're doing a good job, and then everybody's a critic telling you what you got to do. So you just can't listen to them. So just try and take care of the wife, not keep too many butters. I get too many of these things, I'm going to just give them back. I would see if they'd take them back, but they won't take them back. If they take them back, I take them a whole bag. It's just like, several things. All these medicine bottles you empty, and I'd hold on to everything. Well, now I throw them away, and the stuff that I've had in the past, like, unfortunately, the school bus driver, I thought about doing that. I don't think I can handle that, because, the kids they're mean these days. So I got 2 or 3 manuals for that, air brake manual. Well, everything's going digital, so I was holding on to that. I even had my last job, I had the benefits manual. I was like, why do I need that? Why do I need all this stuff? So just letting go, I guess, of the past, letting go of the clutter, and you get entangled, and your mind has memories of when you use the stuff, and it's hard to let go of stuff. But just let go of all the junk. Ain't doing nothing anyway. Plus, one day, if you ain't here no more, it saves your family from having to go through a bunch of junk that's like, boy, what is all this? Because it doesn't have any emotional or memories, or so they can throw away easy. So the best way to clean up, get rid of a bunch of junk, is you go clean somebody else's house, and they come clean your house, and y'all clean it up the way you see fit. Like, my wife's mother came and cleaned up, and it looks really nice. But she just takes what's there and kind of tucks it in, and magically it's there. But you'll never find nothing, because it's hidden. And you had to ask yourself, where'd you put that? And sometimes you know, sometimes you don't. So if you get rid of it, it can't be hidden from you. If you need it, it's like, what is all this stuff? And shoot, my wife likes to have all these little knickknacks. It's like having a little army, an army of soldier knickknacks everywhere. So why do we need all that stuff? She's what keeps American going. The capitalism, being able to buy stuff all the time, or in the past. And we got rid of probably at least 60% of our stuff and all the moves we did. So yeah, just able to let go. I know it's hard, but like they said, if you don't use it in a year or something, just get rid of it. And I admire, there's a concept called a minimalist, or, I'm not pronouncing that right, minimalist, I think that's right. But they just get rid of everything, with cameras, all your pictures, the cloud, put stuff on YouTube. You don't have to keep anything. Oh, and yeah, watch out for scams, too. I got a call from an investment organization, but it was a weird number. And when I called them back, it played the same message. So I hung up, and I called the number that I had for them and told them. And they said, well, you didn't receive a call from us. So, yeah, people are getting real slick on these investment scams. And if you start doing social media, the best thing you can do is freeze your credit. And don't talk to anybody on the phone or different apps, like WhatsApp or whatever. I did, and they got my credit number, Social Security number out there, 2019, when I first started this journey. So yeah, just be careful. Credit's froze. I don't need it. We're just living a dream, taking care of my wife. Try not to get fired from my wife's job, at home. But, doing other stuff. So, that's why I've been posting my food and all. So y'all can see how bad those skills were. Those skills wasn't too good, So anything I post on here that I really bumble up, I'm working on. But, if somebody else is having a hard time and they can point it to their wife and say, or, whoever, and say, hey, look, this guy's having a hard time doing all this stuff. So it ain't meant for everybody. But, you just try. That's all you can do. You just have to keep trying and keep putting one step forward. Like probably about the past 3 weeks, my left foot in the middle of it, like halfway in between where it's been right there and the knuckles, there's a sharp pain going. And I thought it might be a nerve pain. So I'm not sure. But when I get up, I have to kind of, stomp on it to let it go. Hey, quit. Or I'll be there and it'll just kind of seize up on me when I'm in the bed. And I put Tiger Balm on it because usually my back does that. And I'll put Tiger Balm and it relieves it. But this, it don't even fool it. So I had to watch now. You get older. Okay, so now I got to get out of, when I stand up, I got to use the right foot to put all the pressure on, to ease that pressure on the left foot. If I put the pressure on the left foot, I could fall down. So it's aggravating. Just let it go. Let the foot go. If I could throw it away, I would, but you got to keep the foot. Can't get rid of it. But yeah, just I don't know if anybody has that problem. I don't have a bad problem because we moved and got something smaller, so I was kind of forced to constrict. But yeah, I just hate to throw anything that's valuable away, But I ain't really bad. It's just I ain't buying nothing new, so it's not accumulating, and then I just forget to throw it away. Like old credit cards that ain't no good, or they told you can't use it no more, stuff like that. I need to cut them up, throw them away. I got rid of a bunch of my wife's lost so much weight. And, by the time you take them to yard sale or try to sell them or give them away, and then people complain. And so probably about 4 or 5 bags of those. Now, she has a lot of clothes, and now I got to put them up because she don't feel like going for them. And I don't know what she can wear. So I don't have her style and her keen insight on that. My insight's different, and I'm a man, so, we usually think, car needs oil change. I need to change oil. Stuff like that. We don't think about putting a little flour on top of the oil thing, making it look appeasing, make you feel good when you look at it. We don't care as long as it gets point A to point B, and don't leave us stranded. That's what matters. We don't care. But anyway, I just thought if anybody's having a hard time letting go, especially people, to move around the country and get new jobs, and you just need to be like a military family, always ready to move, don't really accumulate a bunch of stuff, put it all on YouTube, You don't want people coming and robbing you or taking advantage of you, but, not your personal stuff, just some pictures or whatever that you're going to throw away anyway. Because my son, we had a picture frame, and he helps me a little bit, but then he gets aggravated. He's like, why'd I got to do this? It's not what I want to do. So, I had to use his muscles because sometimes mine don't work right. So he just takes the frame and throws it out in the woods. Well, there's poison ivy over there, so I can't go get it. But I got a busted picture that doesn't have a frame that the grandkids knocked down. So I was like, man, that's a frame I could repurpose, but it's in the poison ivy. So it's laying there in the poison ivy because he won't get it up. It's always something. But it's crazy, man. Just living the dream. Drinking my coffee. Having a good time. I'm sweating out here. Got all kind of water in my eyes, so that's what's wrong with my eyes right now. Sweat in them. So hot out here, it's turning my beard white. I really like this coffee. And the coffee for me, when you get older, it might help you. I don't really like the monster drinks and all that. I used to drink a ton of Coca-Cola, got ulcers, and they said, I was drinking too much Coke. So I don't drink Coca-Colas. Every then I get a Diet Mountain Dew. I was hoping to win an Xbox. I don't have one. But I figured I'd start a gaming channel if I won one. I didn't want to go buy it. I don't know if I'll do that either, because where would I put it? When would I have time to play it? Would I be able to stand all that input? But coffee for me, and I like green tea too, the diet green tea, and I got to watch my sugar. But coffee really helps with, being able to do this number and not all contorted. Because, a lot of food you eat, I don't eat right. And this ain't medical advice or anything. This is just my personal opinions and experience. But a lot of food gives you inflammation. And inflammation causes all kind of issues. And I don't want to be taking ibuprofen and Tylenol because it's bad on your liver. So for me, a little bit of coffee, it helps. I put too much sugar in it, but it does help with that, my back, my knees, everything will feel better as long as I don't get dehydrated. So, had to throw in my Cokes. A lot of stuff. You look back and don't be overwhelmed by the future. Don't be overwhelmed by the past. Only look at the past as good things. Just think about just what you can do today and just try to do your best. And don't let it get to you, because there's always something going on. I seen something so sad the other day. I had, my wife's under a lot of medical problems, and they told her they really can't do anything. So she does okay, but I get her up and give her a water pill, her fluid pill in the morning, and, so she don't get too much fluid on her. Had to monitor her weight, then her blood pressure. Then we go get her something to eat. I get her up, and she goes back to sleep. I'll take her to get her something to eat. She goes back to sleep. Then she wants something else to eat, goes back to sleep. So she can't really do anything, very little. So I had to try to make sure she's doing her stuff and remind her to take her medicine. And I enjoy the little moments I get. She likes little Facebook stuff, so sometimes she's in the zone on her phone, and I'm getting a lot of slack from her family because they think they can do better, but they don't understand a lot of stuff. Like, they'll be wanting to tell her to do weird stuff that she shouldn't be doing that could really hurt her. So, because they don't know, or they'll push her to her limits and let her fall down. So, you got to really be careful about people trying to take care of what's valuable to you. And my wife's very valuable. But I seen a man, and he posted on social media that he lost his wife and everything, and you could just see the tears in his eyes, and it just broke my heart. I was like, I know it's coming. It's coming for us all, and we all lose loved ones. But it ain't, I know it's coming. And everybody knows it's coming. But, when you're healthy and you go, but you see somebody go, you still cling on to all the hope that they got. They still alive, even though you don't have that much with them, but it's still here. And I enjoy every moment I got, and I pray as many moments as I get. But I know it's going to be hard no matter what. When my wife finally does that, I might go first. But, we're trying to be here. I pray, everything. And my kids need me because they're like, in my opinion, I feel like they're on the merry-go-round while I'm sitting here on the bench watching them. In life, I'm kind of stable, kind of see everything, realize what I put up with, what's important. While they're just going on a merry-go-round, don't know where they're at. Anything affects them, they can fall off. And try to guide them, maybe give them something cold when they're out in the sun. Figuratively speaking, all this is like a metaphor of life. The merry-go-round is like life compared to actual life. But, there's always something that come up. They ain't going to listen to you, but still, at least you tried. That's all you can do. And that's kind of why, doing this channel too with my videos I like making, because it might help somebody. And other people have told me, said, man, yeah, it's really encouraging, and other people said some wild stuff. So you never know. But I enjoy doing it, because I could be playing golf right now. But here, I'm sitting here making a video, recording my life, listening to the wind, and trying to figure out how to get rid of some of this clutter and make everything appeasing to the eye. It's what most people, they look at, what they see, and they just go crazy over it. But I'm not going to throw away these good butters, even though I got a drawer full and a little bag full, because I could take one of these, and I think I want some oatmeal, 2 packs of oatmeal, and I got a video probably a month back, and one butter with 2 packs of oatmeal and some water and a couple spoons of sugar. And, that's good. It's fiber. It pushes all that stuff out. So I might eat that while I'm thinking about how to make the appeasing, because who knows? We might have people come over, or might have a podcast set up. There's always something. Because I like doing YouTube, and I've looked at trying to pursue things in case my wife wasn't here. It's like, what would I do? Because I get paid a little bit to take care of her. But what would I do? I probably need to get a job or something. I work the weekends, and I work about 20 hours during the week for her. But I didn't really want to drive, but I went and got my CDL, so I can drive. Might not be a bad gig, as long as I don't fall out of the truck. But I got it, and I got to keep my sugar down so I can still pass my CDL physicals. I got the Class B CDL. I couldn't quite do because that foot I'm talking about, and it was hurting, and it wasn't hurting near as bad as it does now, but it was hurting real bad trying to do that clutch, and an automatic probably better, but just being able to stay still, and I want to be able to go to the bathroom. And a lot of these sit down jobs, they're hiring young folks that in there, I guess it depends on where you work at, but they usually hire not people like me, somebody that's very aesthetic, appeasing. Because I went for a job for a dispatcher about a year ago, I think. Yeah. And they did stuff like put in the sound systems for restaurants and certain places. And I went in there for one job, and they interviewed me for 2 other jobs and asked me what my pay would be and all this. And then they didn't call me back. But I wanted more money than what they wanted, at least about $3 more. One of them was you had to check in all the equipment, serial numbers, clean everything, use these chemicals, and then you had a little bitty area. You'd have to do all the shipping and move everything around every time you did shipment, and then prepare the orders for the next projects and order everything. They had a guy part-time, but they wanted somebody full-time. That was the one job they interviewed me for, but I come in there for a dispatcher, Well, they hired a lady for dispatcher. Said, see, she took your job, and she's much better to look at than you are. And I said, well, I can't help that. And so it's kind of funny. So, he kind of told me, I guess I wasn't going to get the job, so they're honest with me then. Well, I appreciate it. I laid out my little, I had a job parking cars, and as I'd get out of the car, this leg would drag, and then I stayed in bed all weekend when my back was hurting. Them low cars are rough. You get old, man, it's rough, But I'm still working on it. I want to do something really bold today. Didn't want to do it when it's hot. My son wants to help me, because if I get down, if he's there, hopefully he don't pull me the wrong way and help me get back up. Because I can get up, but it's just my knees are numb and all. But I want to change my oil in my truck, and try to do some stuff before I had to take it to the mechanic. And as long as it's running, then maybe I can keep tinkering with it to figure out what it is. So just trying to live the dream, keep everything running, patched up, and let go of your clutter and old stuff, and just keep trying. Eventually you figure it out. And from above, doing those, I got a hard head, but somehow those ideas will get in here, and it's like, thank you, Lord. So that really helps, probably 1,010% amongst everything else, no matter what they say. So that helps a lot. 100, like I said, mostly other stuff don't really help unless it's pointing me to that. But yeah, long video, me rambling on. I'm on my second cup of coffee. So it got me in a talkative mood. And ain't nothing here but, the dog's over there relaxed. The birds are singing and the wind's blowing. And it's a little cooler in the shade, but it's nice. Just restful and peaceful. So thank y'all for listening to me rambling on. And good luck getting rid of your clutter, Make your life better and live for yourself, live for Jesus and God, but don't try to appease everybody. Just, if you can live with yourself, you can look in the mirror, that's what matters, because you're going to be with yourself a lot. Most time people sleep a third of their life, and guess who they're with? You're asleep by yourself. Or, you got somebody with you, but you don't know they're with you, so you got to be able to be comfortable with yourself in order to be happy. So that's getting rid of all the clutter, no matter what it is, it's not good for you, because a lot of things will hold you down or just keep you confused or distracted, or your main purpose that you're supposed to be doing. Well, all this other stuff gets in the way. Here you are, your main purpose, you was out in the field, or theoretically speaking, or metaphor, say you're out here in life and doing everything, and you got this big old amusement park with a circus and the Ferris wheels, and you can do all the rides. You're young enough to do it. Instead of doing what you need to do, you're over here playing in this amusement park when you should have been doing the other stuff. And who knows, you could have solved the biggest riddle there was, but you got distracted by all this stuff. So clutter, distractions, no matter what they are, whatever form they come in, just stay away from them, and be happy, be at peace. And you always listen to my videos. If you need somebody to listen to, I don't mind. But if it drives you crazy, don't do it, at your own risk. But I'll go watch some of my videos sometime, and I'll be like, who's this guy? I need to listen to him. And I've done that. Other people, I play some of my videos, and I said, man, I really like this guy. They look at me, look at the video, and then die laughing. So, just trying to have fun. That's what it's all about, especially when you got your Buc-ee's cup. And I'm bad. I bought these things, and I said in another video, but like April of last year, and now this is July, and I didn't start using them until June, because I like where the lid closes. My other ones are bigger, so I like them better, but these, when I don't have to, I'm close to my coffee pot. I got two of them. I'm just using one. But, that was 14 months I had this thing before I used it. And then last year, about August, I bought me a pair of boots and a new pair of shoes. Well, I used the shoes, but I kept my old shoes so I'd remember. And so this kind of falls into clutter, but it could be a good clutter. So, you got to have your good clutter too. But I still got the old shoes. But if these shoes get to where they're too bad and I'm saving the money to buy the new shoes, I can put my old shoes back on I had, because, maybe they stiffened up. And I got another pair of boots in there. No, I wear the boots because the boots kind of wore out, but I got another pair of shoes brand new in the box that I bought when I bought my boots. So I'm just chilling out. sewing up shirts, throwing away clutter, working on cars, and working on YouTube. And I know I don't do anything that's really the major stuff you got to do. Talk about finances and, relationships, all that stuff. And I got ADHD and I don't really think like everything, so it'd be hard for me to relate to a lot of that stuff. I mean, I can, but to make it relatable. So I said, well, shoot, I can try to fix my stuff, work on cars and animals, and that's what, just do stuff I want. And if people enjoy it, then that's kind of cool. Some people do, and, some people don't, but that's all right. And if it makes money eventually one day, that's what I want to do. Is I want my kids to be able to have it. If YouTube's still around, it's been around like almost 20 years, so maybe it'll be around, but no telling. Everybody gets greedy, so they might want you to make more money or charge you more in order to have a YouTube account. But it's fun. It's fun seeing all the things and, trying to still do things. That's one thing working on my car, the mobility issue. Your eyes, man. Before I wore glasses, you sweat, you wipe your eyes off so you still see. Well, now you get glasses, you sweat, it gets salt all over them. So it's like you can't see them. You got to clean them. And it's so frustrating. By the time you do all that, you're out of the zone of what you was doing. It's like, it's aggravating. And then I bought me some oil for my truck, a pan, a filter, because I don't know if I have my old pan. It's been a while since I changed the oil. I've been getting somebody to change it. And I bought a filter for $39. And I was looking to get my oil changed with a coupon. I was paying like 40 something. So I'm only going to save like $5. And I mean, they supposed to check all your fluids and all that, but who knows? But a lot of stuff they've been missing that if I put my eye on it and if I do it, if I'm able, if not, I'm just basic stuff. But at least they say, hey, that don't look right. Maybe I should check on that, But when you ride in there and you're in the car, they do it. You ain't got a clue what they did. And I had a cabin filter in my Nissan on the driver's side by the gas pedal. That thing ain't been changed in 10 years. And he said, I know you got a cabin filter in there. He's looking all over he said, it's inside the motor. I don't know where it is, but how many people come in there with a Nissan that they missed the cabin filter? Well, obviously everybody did. Thing looked like some kind of gray water out of probably The Walking Dead or Game of the Thrones. It's gray, dusty, it looked like the stuff was growing on it, turned into like a tree bark or something. I don't know, but I changed it. So it's done now, $20. And they said they would do it for $50. And they didn't even know what it was when I was in there. So I was like, so y'all gonna charge me $50 for a filter, but free changing. And I got it from O'Reilly's for $29. But yeah, it's just a thing, and that's why, the more you know, it keeps you from getting hoodooed a little bit, but everybody wants money, So you just have to keep learning, be wise, and just get rid of the old stuff that you don't need if you ain't going to use it. If you're going to use it, you might need to keep it. But if you really ain't going to use it, sometime I had to learn that it's not usable. My shoes might be usable because they got shoelaces, something like that. But, I had all them apple cores. I was going to take the seeds out. Before you know it, I had a big old bowl of apple cores. So now I'm just dumping them over there, and I got some over here with this weed, I think. I was going to grow me apple seeds, or apple tree, but I think it'd take 8 years before they have apples on it if I plant it. And I don't really eat a lot of apples. I was going to get some chickens, and then I was thinking, well, I didn't want to feed and, water chickens because all the stuff that goes with it. My son said he ain't doing it. My daughter said she ain't going to do it. At first she did, and she ain't going to do it, so I'm not going to waste all that money on chickens. And plus, probably can't eat that many eggs anyway. If you eat them, the whole thing, you probably have to eat the white part. I don't know, but I read somewhere it's not wise to eat more than like 4 to 7 eggs a week. So you got to watch all your eggs for cholesterol. So many things you got to watch out for. Your food, your stuff. And if you got a bunch of stuff, then you're going to have the dust mites get it. Then you're going to be a dusty stuff. So you got to keep going over that. I remember people used to go through all their stuff and do like spring cleaning. Some people do it twice a year, and they dust all the spider webs and the dust and, twice a year. So it's just a matter of perspective to get rid of old stuff. And some things hard. I've tried to help some people, and the stuff I'm allergic to it, and it made me get a very allergic reaction messing with stuff or just walking in. Like anywhere that's dusty like that or has like a watery smell, I can't stand it. Make sure my old nose still works. My eyes halfway work. But yeah, man, y'all just try to have a good time getting rid of your old stuff, And if you want to, not sure about it, if there's no value to it, just take a picture of it, If you can, upload it to Instagram. All your pictures of your stuff that you're just getting rid of. At least, hey, look what I threw away. I don't need it. What good is it? And then you think you're young, or say a young adult or mid-adult, like 25 or somewhere, and you start buying stuff, Well, you can only have so many. I've seen some people get like a bunch of dirt bikes, and they got different bikes for different terrains, like 12 different dirt bikes. What about the other 11? Do you have a whole team of dirt bike people you're going to let borrow? Or anything. So we can really accumulate stuff. And it's capitalism, commercialism. Everybody wants you to buy everything. And then the reason you got to buy everything is because so many people give away free stuff. They're going to make you pay for it on other stuff. And that's the way it is. Like, whatever's being given away, somebody's going to pay for it on another way or the back end or whatever, So if you don't get caught up, get rid of your stuff you don't need and put the priority first, what's very important. To me, Jesus Christ, God the Father and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's what's most important, To me, it helps me out a lot. So, it's always a journey, a battle. But get rid of your stuff. And just put what's most important first. Hey, you'll do all right, no matter what. And thank you for letting me ramble on about my stuff that I got to get rid of, that I have got rid of. Some stuff I didn't want to get rid of. I had a bunch of birdhouses. I never really put them up on the tree, but every time we go to the mountains or whatever, I get a birdhouse. Well, we let that lady live in our house, and she helped us move down here to the other house we used to have. And then we let her move in the house, and she didn't pay the power bill. She didn't pay any rent. She's supposed to. So, after about 2 months, I had to write an eviction notice, but she took all my stuff that was left in the house and said, I didn't steal it. It's right here with me. And the stuff she didn't want, she just threw up on the road. At that time in the city, you could just bag up a bunch of bags of stuff and they just come pick it up. They had to pay for it. But so, sometimes you had to go through some stuff to learn stuff about your stuff and your future stuff. you can go all day with this. Sometimes it's a bunch of stuff that you gotta do. Get rid of the old stuff. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I've looked at some jobs, and I was thinking, what I do? My wife passes. I just need to enjoy her being here for right now. Because she's been in the hospital so much, and she looks like she ain't going to make it. And then the Lord helps her, she comes back. And they said, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I said, well, shoot, I'd love to do YouTube. But I know I'm not that, my channel is not the popular one, like the money and all that, because I don't know anything about that. But here comes the dog, so I think my wife's coming out. I done been on video so much. She's coming out to check on her stuff. What Mr. Hot Stuff over here doing? You know, because it's hot outside. And the dog checking to see if I got him any stuff, like some food that he can eat. So you never know. You never know. But good luck taking care of your stuff and putting the stuff that's important, you know, and just living life. Now you hear it now. You hear it. That, not wind chimes, but the wind blowing like that. To me, that is the number one thing about being out here. It's just that peaceful wind from the Lord. But yeah, good luck taking care of your stuff. We'll talk to you later.